Good morning. Welcome to Three Dudes and a Lady. Join us for a little motivation, a little inspiration, and perhaps a way to cope with your day. I'm Mike Jones from Virginia. My gratitude today is I am self-employed and I can take time off to be with my grandchildren this afternoon.
Hey, good morning, folks. My name is Earl Rule, hailing out of beautiful North Carolina. Hope everyone's doing well. And my gratitude for the day is the group of friends I have within my community in the Men's Fellowship that have helped me be a true person and given me ideas about what I could do in my future. And very proud to have that connection.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Jay Anderson from West Virginia, the wild, wonderful state of West Virginia, to be clear. My gratitude for today is the statement right now.
Is that it,
Oh,
Dick?
you want me to expand? I will expand if you want me to.
I am Christine Wright, hailing out of the great state of Florida. My gratitude for the day is rest. Make sure you guys are getting the rest that you need. Today, Jay Shetty talked about yes, and we have rules that we live by, right? Like certain character traits, things like that. Like patience is a virtue. Do to others what you would want done to you, right? Things like that. But acceptance and how saying yes can help you flow in life, right? He talked about the first rule of improv is always say yes. In life, we never really know what's coming our way. We try to resist, right? Resistance actually wastes our energy. This can create a negative emotional spiral instead of letting your story progress, right? You accept and take action. It's like a tennis match. You hit the ball back, right? Acceptance can keep us moving actually forward in the direction we want to go, right? Saying yes can empower us. How often do you resist what life throws at you, right? What's one thing that you have been pushing back on lately? And how can you accept it and respond? This was a really good one, talking about yes and like instead of saying no all the time. I mean, granted, there's going to be things that we need to say no to, but how do we say yes and then take action, right? Because we can say yes, but then maybe not take action, right? What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, it's in the world of acceptance, it's almost kind of runs parallel with the word journey. When we're on a journey, we have the word acceptance too, because we can say yes on what will make sense on our journey and accept that, and hopefully it'll open up new doors. And also, you know, I mean, it may face some challenges as well, but in life, there's going to be challenges, but there's also going to be victories. So have that acceptance, in unless it totally doesn't make any sense to you, it's not a bad idea to accept it, to maybe either get the reward from it or learn from it.
For sure. Love that. Mike, Jay?
Where was this when I needed it yesterday, right?
Yes.
What a great resource. Uh, you know, uh, it's easy to say yes, but then when you add the word and to it, the and is what propels you to move forwards. A lot of times we'll say yes and we stop right there. Trust me, that was me yesterday. I'm not sure that I was saying yes, or maybe I was saying no, but I still wasn't using the word and to go ahead and push me forwards. So crazy, crazy.
And how did you feel yesterday, last night, when you were getting ready when you were ending your day?
Next question, please.
The only reason I'm asking is because like a lot of times when we're resisting everything, right?
Well, I think, there comes a point, and I've said it before, when your give a shit meter gets pegged, there's a sense of relief somewhere at that point in time. You're like, okay, you know, you face the facts of what's going on, and and you move forwards. That's the and. Okay. But if I could have yes or no and follow up, sometimes that allows the wheels to start turning again. Because when you say yes, you're at a standstill until you make that answer. You could stay at that standstill unless you throw that word and in there and give a reason to keep going.
Yeah.
Or give a reason not to keep going.
But Jay, can you make an argument for the fact that the word yes can also be like the starting line of your race? When you say the word yes and then you move forward, if that makes any sense?
It's a start, yes. And
But yes,
And right,
and
and yeah.
the and is the action.
it allows you to actually move forwards, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying yes, but. Because how many
Yeah.
times do we say yes, but?
We do.
Right,
We say
because
it a lot.
All you're doing when you throw that word "but" in there, to me, that is just I'm ready
That's
to
a no.
argue. I'm ready to argue with you. That's what it says to me.
right.
Or it's a no.
Yes, but okay, I'm telling you how it's going to be. Is kind of how I feel about it.
And but Jay, can you make an argument that yes, but is immediately setting boundaries, as we talked about a long time, guardrails?
And Earl, I'm moving forwards.
But Earl, you were right. Yes. Yeah, yes, but is either a no or you're wrapping conditions around something that you're not even in charge of, right?
Right, because we're not 100% on that yes. It's we need to set our boundaries to know if we confirm that it's the right yes, the right path that we want to pursue. Whatever it is, if it's a contract, if it's anything to do with business, family, whatever it is. I still say, you may want to set some boundaries on it because you just don't know what's going to come at you.
Setting some boundaries around the yes. I think as long as it doesn't conflict with your character or values,
Right. True. Yeah.
I mean, if it's something that conflicts with your values or character, then you probably should say no. Like it's okay to say no.
That's true. You got a good point.
Yeah. Mike?
I kind of struggle with this because I've been trying to practice saying no lately.
You can.
Yeah.
I think the word yes is he's using that. I think you can say no, but if you follow up with the word and, the and is what's allowing you to carry forwards.
Yeah, I have risen to the top of several small but meaningful to me organizations in my life. And I didn't aspire to do that. I just let it happen to me, right? So somebody like, okay, you're next in line to be president, Mike. And then, oh, by the way, we don't have anybody to do the job after you. So I made the comment the other day to a friend who we was talking about leadership roles in another organization, and I said, I'm not the president of anything for the first time in probably 15 years, and it feels so good.
Sure.
But I want to talk about yes and versus yes but. Jay, I will accept your proposal and I want you to be my assistant. Jay, I will accept your proposal, but I want you to be my assistant. I just said the same thing using two different connecting words.
But one of them sounds way more accepting than the other one.
Right.
Right. The other, when you add but into it, it's almost a negative. And I feel like adding the word but in is more of an emotional response of ours that ends up being something more negative. Would you guys agree with what Mike just said? Like the and the but, the and sounds way more positive. Like I'm going to do this and I want you. I'm going to do this, but you have to do it with me, right? It's kind of like you are
Yeah.
doing this with me, not
But it's
I'm
more
going
like
to
an
invite you
ultimatum.
along. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
But it's more like an ultimatum.
Yes.
Right, there you go.
So verbiage and placement of verbiage is very huge. It is within all realms of life. It's not just to maybe this conversation or uh, uh, any unique conversation, but unambiguous language it can be dangerous. You need to be clear. You got to, how you say things is the reaction that you're going to receive. And I know it's a dicey way to say it, and but it can be huge transition words because it's how one perceives what they're hearing. But you're right, Mike. I think for me the gist, I agree with what you're saying. There are times I've been learning to say no more in my life. I've always been a people pleaser, just point blank. That's who. It's my DNA. Okay, it's not like I'm trying to please because it makes me feel good. It's just who I am. And there comes a point where you have to put your foot down and say, okay, this is enough. I'm done. And Mike, I suspect you, like me, you've been presidents of all these different entities and boards over the years. It's because no one else will do it. So you say, okay, I'll do it. Or you get voted to do it because people understand that's a role that you're good with. So it goes to me for this, the yes and is only and merely a statement that says for us not to get stuck in the rut in the beginning. If you're going to get stuck, let it at least transpire. Get yourself through it, then see what happens afterwards. So it's just a resource or a tool. As Earl said, have you started the race yet? Does the word yes mean that you're starting? And does the word and mean that you're actually running? Okay.
And I don't want to intentionally use the word race. I just don't know if it fits in that kind of situation. I would say the word journey, maybe. I think it all depends on how you pursue it. But when you're on a journey and you hear the words but and, I mean, how, and you're right, how things are perceived, how people say it. It can either be, I want you, yes, or it's I will work with you with condition. So it's like, you kind of hit, that's the first thing that's coming to me. So I mean, you can agree or disagree on that one, but that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, language
Yeah.
is an interesting thing because Earl, what you just said kind of struck me as race means you're hurrying to get to the end. And who wants to hurry to get to the end of their life, right? No.
Right. And as
So
far
the
as I'm
journey,
concerned, yeah. And Mike, as far as I'm concerned, life is a journey. It's not a race. It's a
right.
journey. And every journey is it's going to have its adventures. It's going to have obstacles. We all know that. Okay. It's how we look at it. Sometimes it's not only verbiage, but tonality and how we perceive things. Because you can say something in a very positive way, say, hey, Jay, hey, let's head out with the guys tonight, But then you could change your tonality into a more I don't want to use the word rougher, but something that's more business like. It's like, hey, we need to get something accomplished here, and then everything changes in the tonality, and it changes how we feel about it. So that's why I think it's very I don't want to use the word critical. That's not the proper terminology. My bad. The word important. How we look at other people, how they address us, how we talk to each other, and just knowing on that journey, we try to make it a smooth ride, but it's not always smooth. But it's going to have its obstacles, but it's how we get around them to keep moving in our journey.
this is I'm going to left field here, but we're talking about language and how it can be interpreted, right?
Mhm.
So this is a question I ask my granddaughters every day. A one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater is a creature is the creature purple, or does it only eat purple people?
Now the creature is, excuse me, the creature's purple.
Yeah, but
I know this. I've seen him. Oh gosh. Hey guys, I think it's obvious to see that we're not licensed therapists by any means. We're trying to figure out, are the people purple or is the purple people eater purple? So that's a tongue twister, and I went through that one fairly decently. I don't know how, but anyways, when you got a slow draw like me, sometimes that does help. But anyways, we hope that you join us. We listen to the app Calm through Jay Shetty within that app. He provides us with some profound information that we'd like to try to dissect. We do enjoy taking people down the rabbit hole because we take ourselves down that rabbit hole. We hope that you join us on a morning basis and keep on keeping on. Just remember today.
And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our content. We certainly hope you'll come back for more. And I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Peace.
Deuces.
Jeez.